girls gone sports. Hey, girls gone sports. Show me you reppin' your team with Santina and Jeanine. Hey, girls gone sports. Hey, girls gone sports. We steady getting it hype. Hey, I know that you gonna like. You know it's poppin'. If it's a game, you know that we watchin'. We gonna talk football or basketball. All sports, come get involved. Hey, girls gone sports. Woo!
Welcome back to episode 41 of Girls Gone Sports Podcast. Girls Gone Sports. Oh, 4 plus 1 equals 5. Hey, Santina.
Hey, Jeanine.
You really surprised me with that harmony.
Thank
I
you.
hope it was a harmony. We're not wearing
We'd
headphones.
be wicked.
We are wicked in a good way. Elphaba and Galinda, pink and green.
Girls Gone Sports.
Right.
Crystal Ball.
Right.
We're in the... This is the bubble.
This is the bubble. If you think about it, the Super Bowl that's happening, it literally is... Well, Elphaba is good, but you know, green versus pink. It kind of is green versus pink.
Well, I would call her Elphalba.
Elphaba. I'm so sorry.
And then I heard Elphaba. I'm like...
Oh, that makes sense. Well, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Thank you so much, Santina. Well, welcome here to Girls Gone Sports Podcast. Obviously, we like to have a good time here. If this is your first time joining us here, make sure you are liking this video, you are subscribing to our YouTube channel, and you are hitting that notification bell so you never miss an episode of Girls Gone Sports. Because, Santina, why would you want to?
There's no reason.
There literally is no reason.
Like,
and
get it together.
Like, come on, you guys know us by now. And if you are coming back again here on Girls Gone Sports, thank you so much for your support. Also, if you were listening on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, wherever you stream your podcast, thank you so much for tuning in with us today. Santina, we are coming down to the wire. The semester's coming to an end.
I am kind of happy, but I'm not happy, but I'm very angry with the teams in it. I don't care. I'm sorry if you're fans of these two.
Yep.
We'll just get right into it.
So, as we know, guys, Chiefs and Eagles, right? The one Super Bowl matchup nobody wanted to see this year. I'm sorry, there I said
It's just like, it just keeps happening and happening. It's so boring at this point. I think, I'll say that at the end, but those are our Super Bowl 59 teams.
I'm a little upset, but I'm going to be rooting for the Eagles. Fly, birds, fly, go birds. Because obviously this is not the outcome that I wanted and half America wanted, but we are going to roll with it, and we are going to stop the Chiefs from getting their three-peat. Even though, you know, we are a sports channel, we love all teams, we love all sports, I'm allowed to have my favorites, okay? Just like if you have a favorite child or a favorite color, I'm allowed to have my favorite team.
Pink.
We love pink, pink forever. So like Santina said, AFC Championship just happened over last weekend. Bills and Chiefs, which we will be talking about in this episode. Chiefs won, then Eagles versus Commanders. The Eagles won for the NFC. Santina, go Eagles, honestly.
Okay.
I'm happy for them.
Their coach, if I see him cry one more time with the national anthem, you just pan over, there's just tears with his eyes that have the bags.
Maybe he was, wow, with the bags.
Have you ever looked at it before? They're
Because it was Nick.
Crystal blue eyes or green, and then bags.
Maybe
he's just crying.
Do you think he was a tear stick like he does like in the movies?
I think so. Well, this game, Eagles versus Commanders. First of all, the Eagles dominated.
Yes.
The Commanders. This game, there was drama. There was humor.
People were flying. Speaking of wicked, people were flying.
He was defying gravity. This game, I just feel like you come this far. This is your game to play to potentially go to the Super Bowl. I don't know what was going on. It was,
but you know what? I honestly would have been happy with the Commanders winning or with the Eagles winning. For me, it didn't matter. Both teams, I would have given them, you know, their props. But the Eagles did dominate, score with 55-23. Once the Eagles kind of started having, you know, more 10 points more, 12 points more, 15 points, I knew it was kind of over because it's kind of hard sometimes to come back from that.
Yeah.
So I knew it was over.
And plus the Eagles, I feel like you kind of knew because they've had 4 Super Bowl appearances with their first one in 2018.
Yeah.
Which that's a little ways away. It was
so
kind of
7 years, isn't that crazy? 7 years ago?
That's gross.
That's gross. So that's the last time that they won a Super Bowl. And I remember the heartbreak still when they played against the Chiefs because of the brothers, the Kelsey brothers. That was, for me, a little heartbreak. But
because he retired after Jason, right?
Jason retired. This is his first season of him not playing. So he retired last year. And his last game, he lost. People were like, bring him back.
I liked how the mom, Donna Kelsey, she had like the jacket. One side was the Eagles, one side was
maybe I need that.
Yeah.
Maybe Bills and Burrow.
Bills and Burr.
Bills and Burr.
My favorite part about this game was when like the amount of laughter I heard from the announcers. Like you couldn't physically see them on the screen, but the way they were just laughing and laughing after the plays.
It's the one moment I feel like that has been going viral, Santina. It's the Defying Gravity of the game. If we haven't named an episode Defying Gravity, that's gonna be the title of this episode.
Like the plays we're talking about, it was fourth quarter, second and goal. The Eagles were attempting a tush push. I love that play.
I love
so
a good
funny.
tush push.
I just like the name.
Tush push.
Tush push.
Well, for those who don't know, a tush push, basically, it's like your kind of sneak attempt to cross over to get a fresh set of downs because you are so close to that yard line that you basically just want to push it in. So the offense lines up nice and tight, and then usually it's the quarterback. Center snaps it to the quarterback, and they either just run it in really fast, they jump over, they sneak. That's a tush push. Eagles do it well. Bills have been known to use it many times. And Santina, what happened?
So
what
this
happened
was
with
like
Frankie LaVue?
a tush push, but then jump over, try to like really physically attack the quarterback. So number 4 on the Commanders, Frankie LaVue, jumps over his defense line and like on top of the Eagles players. Guys, not just like, just like a nice little jump. Here are the Eagles.
Right.
Here's Frankie LaVue. He's like this over, and then what's the quarterback on the Eagles' name? What's his name?
Jalen Hurts.
Oh yeah, that guy.
that guy.
I literally forgot. He steps back. He's just like that. But Jeanine, how many? That just didn't happen once. How many?
It happened again, and the same player a second time thought that. So teams will try to draw something called offsides, where it's like their attempt to try to get the other team to move so that they get to move closer to the line that they want to get to. And so the player, Frankie, he jumped over again. And then, like, by that, Jalen Hurts was like, okay, like, I already know what's happening. He stepped out of the way. And you could tell his teammates were frustrated. The Eagles were frustrated. They're like, man, like, we just want to get in. And the refs had announced that if this foul happens again, they will get an unsportsmanlike conduct foul. And the ball at this point, Santina, it's half a yard away to the goal line. Like, it's literally almost like touching the goal line. Like,
It's like, just stay still.
right. It's like they just probably just want to score at that point. And then Santina, another time, literally another time, except it wasn't a jump over. The defense players, they were kind of like all like moving, like three of them different moves, and you can even see.
Hey,
no, literally, that's what happened. Another player tried to like tap his buddy that moved. Like, no, not yet.
But like, not even like the teams were over it. The fans.
Yep.
The refs got to the point where they basically said, "Okay, if this happens one more time, we're just going to give the touchdown to the Eagles." Because I'm sorry, after the second time, give it away. That is, and then it was so funny because after the third time when they didn't jump. I'm sorry. I still can't get over the fact he jumped twice, not just one time. But then one of the Commanders, all you saw was this.
Literally, it was really funny. Just like the jumping. I love when the players like can jump like that and they use their whole body. But after 3 times, the Eagles were successful with the tush push, and it was a Jalen Hurts touchdown. My gosh, they're flying. They're defying gravity, Santina.
And then to also add to the large amount of points that they scored in this game, Barkley dashed 60 yards for a touchdown on Philadelphia's first play, and he finished with 118 yards and 3 scores.
I love Saquon Barkley. He's just doing great things for the Eagles. Again, each game, I feel like he just gets better and better. He's even doubled his yardage from last year on the Giants, doubled his touchdown score. So he's just doing great. And I, as a AFC girl, I respect Jalen Hurts as a quarterback. What are you laughing at? He's like a dolphin, just jump in the air.
I'm sorry,
No, it's fine. But like Jalen Hurts, he also rushed for 3 touchdowns and threw for 246 yards with a touchdown pass. Like, if you are gonna play hard and you are going to play good, this was the game to do it. The championship, you want to secure that spot in the Super Bowl. So great job to the Eagles. Now for the Commanders, Santina, Jaden Daniels, their rookie QB. What did he do? He did some great stuff too.
He threw for 255 yards with 1 touchdown, 1 interception, and almost became the first rookie quarterback to lead his team to the Super Bowl. That's insane.
So he would have been the first rookie quarterback to go to the Super Bowl.
I mean, he made it that far.
You're right.
He made it that far.
He did make it that far. And the Commanders, bringing a team that was once 4-13 to 13-4 this year is amazing. So you guys just got to keep grinding, figuring out your team, figuring out what works and what doesn't. And maybe next year, who knows?
I just feel like a score of 55-23 is something we weren't expecting. At least like a neck and neck game, like the next game we're going to talk about. But I mean, I was there for the humor because that was so funny.
We got people laughing. We got people flying.
But I
it was
guess
a great game.
good luck to the Eagles. You guys worked for it.
Are you rooting for the Eagles or are you rooting for Chiefs?
Well, since I have a Travis Kelce shirt.
Right.
But I just have to say, side note, now we're going to be moving on to the Chiefs and Bills game. We'll get into that. Now, I just love how much they show Taylor Swift when Travis Kelce really was not, I feel like, that involved.
In the game?
Like he normally is in the game.
They're just excited to see her.
And it's just like, she's always there. Go on another tour.
Go on another tour. I will be there, front row. I would be there.
No. Jeanine, I know this is really hard.
I don't even want to give them like a want. I feel like they need I'm going to give this to the Bills, honestly.
Yeah.
They tried their hardest against a team that is trying to go for 3 Super Bowl wins in a row. You got to give some credit. You got to give some credit to Josh Allen and the team. I feel like this year was a rebuilding year. We got Diggs out. We really were trying to learn how do we use the ball to other people. So this year was like a rebuilding year. I think, like I always say, there's always next year. Next year we're gonna win.
Yeah,
we're gonna win.
You made it farther than we did. We had to hold the door open.
The Jaguars were like outside of the jungle.
But I feel like, because even the announcers were saying like the previous games with the Chiefs and the refs, and this game I heard them a couple times, like it really has come down to the refs. And I just feel like next season they might have to retest.
Right.
And I think they should choose the refs like 2 hours before the game.
Surprise them.
Just a random draw.
But then what if you're like in New York and then they want you like in Kansas City?
Well, I think there's, how many refs are there in the NFL? Like a lot? Enough?
A handful.
Split, what do you have? 3 in a game? 4?
Yeah, like 4, I would say.
Say you have 4. Say there's like, I don't know, 18 of them. Probably not. But I feel like they interchange a lot. I think split them into 2 groups. One is with the NFC teams. One is with the AFC teams. And you randomly pick them. What do they have to prep for? It's the same rules for each game.
Right.
So I think you just allow each group to go for free to the games. And then you're like, okay, well, you're going to be randomly selected. It's very controversial.
That could be a process that they should try.
Yeah, they should. This isn't
It's not. It's unfair, guys. I think a kid that got kicked on the playground and like the teacher didn't see it, so that she can't do anything. Like, it's just not fair.
It's not fair. A loss of words over here.
There was a couple crazy things that happened during this game. One of them, the Bills almost got an interception from the Chiefs when Xavier Worthy, a brand new wide receiver on the Chiefs, while in the air trying to catch the ball, simultaneously caught it with Cole Bishop from the Bills. Now, an interception, you have to have like definite control over the ball. And what was kind of hard with this play is Xavier Worthy, he had one hand on the ball and you could see like his colored gloves, which was a way to like determine, okay, like whose hand is where, because the Bills had different colored gloves on. And for an interception, a player needs to have clear possession of the ball for it to be considered the catch. And the Bills tried to challenge it, but it wasn't successful. And it was just a tough call because it wasn't like a clear, complete interception, but also Xavier Worthy did not have like complete possession of the ball. So that was just a tricky play.
Yeah, that one I can see where like it could go both ways, but this next one where the Bills were trying to get a first down on 4th and 1, so like you said, they want to do a tush push where that usually doesn't go in the Bills.
Push the tush.
And the line was drawn on the screen and replayed like multiple times of where the ball crossed. But the refs saw like a whole different side with all of these cameras, and they did not agree that.
Like, I'm sorry. You're the NFL. You have millions and millions and billions of dollars. Like, there should not, especially in an AFC Championship game, like, there should not be any hesitation. Like, we should have every angle, every atom. The camera should be, like, up in their face. Like, they need to wear GoPros. Because I believe I believe he should have gotten the first down. And it was just so hard to see because he was that close to the line, Josh Allen. Yeah. It was just very sad because if we have gotten that first down, we might have probably won the game, inching closer to the goal line. So that was also a very controversial play that was played over and over and over again because you have people saying, well, he didn't quite get it. And then you have some people saying, well, the ball crossed the line because as long as the ball crosses the line, you technically don't have to. You could just put your hand over. So that was just a very sad thing to see for the Bills. And the refs, like you said, Santina, they were on different parts of the line. One ref was thinking that the ball was before it. One ref was thinking that it was after it. So it's like you have all these opinions, which is obviously going to look like you're trying to play in, like, I don't know, the Chiefs' favor, maybe. But it was just very sad. And this was just too important of a game not to have, like, a direct answer.
Yeah, because I feel like for the Commanders and Eagles games, the refs were over it. They were on like they were on their game. No pun intended. Like they were like, okay, this is to go to the Super Bowl. They just should have reversed the groups of the refs.
Maybe it should have been in. I wish it was in Buffalo. But.
Yeah, I heard a lot of people say. Side note, and then we'll get back that that the ref like situation always happens when the Chiefs play at home. Like, it always works in their favor.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree, Santina.
Everyone's like, okay, so the AFC 2 teams, the NFC teams who are playing to go to the Super Bowl should be on, like, a completely random field.
Yes.
So, like, say Kansas City and Buffalo, like, come to Jacksonville. like a random place, and then the other 2 teams, because that's just what I've been hearing is that every single time KC plays at home, the refs are always working in their favor.
I agree. Santina, I 100% agree with that.
It's disgusting.
It's just gross. Like, you should just blindfold them in like the Hunger Games and just surprise them in a random arena, and then boom, they have to play football. And
then another thing with the refs. So Dalton Kincaid. Whatever. He drops the ball on the 4th down with 1 minute and 54 seconds left. Now, at first there was a flag that was thrown. Then what do the refs do? Walk on over and pick it up.
Like, you're joking. Like, and you want to tell me that the refs are not being rigged? April Fool's, JK? What is
this?
I felt really bad for Dalton Kincaid. Kincaid, right? He, like, was going to catch the ball with both of his hands. And I'm sorry, you should have caught that. Like, so that part I don't feel bad. I know that feeling about the whole, like, Tyler Bass, you missed the field goal that cost you the game. Dalton Kincaid, you missed that critical catch. You could have probably gotten a touchdown from there. So that was a very crucial moment that probably, we could have not won from that. And the Bills were we were so close. We just did too many Josh Allen quarterback sneaks, like too many tush pushes. The Bills we went for too many 2-point conversions. So like we were trying to play like, we need to play smarter and not harder. Like we should have just kicked for the field goal, get the automatic point, like feel better about that rather than going for so many 2-point conversions because we lost 2 points from that. And that's 2 points that they could have had. And just the Josh Allen heartbreak after we saw that the Chiefs had won, it broke my heart too to see him sad with the confetti and crying. And
the rage that would go through me if I had to sit there with confetti falling. I'd be like, can you wait till we're off the field?
Coach, take me out.
Imagine.
I felt really bad for them. But next year, Bills, it hopefully is in their favor because they have not been to the Super Bowl since their 4 straight Super Bowl run during the 1990 to 1993 season. And the Chiefs have played in 6 Super Bowls and won 4 of those. And Mahomes, like we said, is trying to go for his 3-peat. He wants to win 3 Super Bowls in a row, which has never happened.
It's just obviously everyone's hating on the Chiefs, but like at the end of the day, they're a good team.
They're
which
great.
is just very frustrating.
Yep.
Because if we were KC fans, we'd be like, "Oh well, you Bills suck. The refs
Right.
weren't cheating." They're just a really
It's
good
just hard. And Andy Reid, he was the Santa on our
He
on
looks
your
like
sleigh.
like the Lorax.
With the mustache. He kind of does.
Andy Lorax.
But the game was very Andy Lorax. The game was very close, 32-29. So at least it wasn't like a blowout. But there's next year's our year, Josh Allen, and you have Bills Mafia right behind you.
Yes. Well, now moving on to the Super Bowl.
Santina!
We have Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles, and they're going to be playing on February 9th in New Orleans. Why do they get to play in a random stadium then?
Then you really want to have a fair chance because the Chiefs were able to play in their home because they were the number 1 seed for the AFC. So they got
agree with that.
Guys, it's not fair. I'm sorry. It's not equitable for everybody.
Maybe instead of playing in your home field, maybe just give them 2 points automatically. Just throw 2 points
Okay.
on there.
I kind of like that.
Right? Or maybe 5.
But then where would you play?
Maybe let the fans choose.
The
but you have to take out KC and Buffalo, a random,
the Bengals stadium.
Maybe the NFL organization puts on Instagram. Okay, choose left or right, but they don't know.
I like
what's
that.
behind
They
that.
could play probably in my backyard.
I mean, if I took out the fire pit,
Right.
or maybe the local high school.
Right.
Or there's a lot of parks. We can rent out a park that day.
We're going to rent out a park for the Bills and the Chiefs, and we need a redo. I'm sorry. Redo of the game.
Yeah, but I'm annoyed with these games. Anyways, February 9th, Sunday, that's the Super Bowl.
It's going to be exciting because last year, Santina, we did a Super Bowl episode where we broke down the cost to go to the Super Bowl, what you would need, how much your tickets stayed. So I'm excited that we're going to do another one this year. We're coming up on our year.
They're going to skyrocket from last year.
Yep.
A seat, $1 million.
Put in a credit card.
I'm excited to see the commercials. I'm excited to see who is singing the national anthem.
That's a good question.
We'll discuss that in the next episode.
No one can beat Whitney.
Oh,
No
you know
one.
what I read? Side note, I like a lot of side notes.
That's right.
That when she first performed that, there were a lot of complaints that it was really long.
What?
It was her performance was really long and drawn out.
She was taking her time.
But now I feel but I'm if I saw Whitney Houston, I'd want her to sing the whole entire game.
On a loop. I like that. Clock strikes upon the quarter and the sun begins to fade. What would be the next line?
Not enough time to figure out how to win this game today.
I like that. I need the refs to sit down and shut up.
And please be on my side. Anyways,
Santina, we're also coming up almost on our year anniversary of Girls Gone Sports. How exciting.
Have we ever told them how this whole thing started?
No, maybe we should save that for our year anniversary episode. We'll see. We'll save that for our year anniversary episode.
I'm excited to see Kendrick Lamar. I know there's beef between him and Drake.
Right.
I like both their musics, okay? I don't really care what beef they have going on.
Yeah.
Hopefully he brings out SZA because
he is going to.
He is?
Yeah, he announced it.
Okay, if you guys are listening, Kendrick or SZA, I really want to see you guys in concert, but I can't fathom spending over $300 for a nosebleed seat.
No, thank you. I'll give myself a nosebleed for $300.
I'll go on TikTok while we have it and just live stream it.
Have someone singing on Twitter.
But I am excited for next week's episode.
Me
so we can
too.
Do the breakdown of the Super Bowl.
We are going to break down the Super Bowl. It's going to be awesome. So you want to make sure that you are following along on Girls Gone Sports so you don't miss it. We are on Instagram at Girls Gone Sports Pod. You can find us on Facebook at Girls Gone Sports Podcast. TikTok, we're back. Girls Gone Sports. Make sure you are watching on YouTube. You are subscribing to our YouTube channel, hitting that notification bell, and liking this video. Yes, please like it so we know that you are liking the content that we push out. And I think and hitting the notification bell. Yeah. There we go. I'm going to say it again. Yeah. So you never miss an episode of Girls Gone Sports, because why would you want to, Santina?
There's no reason.
There is no reason. And if you are listening, thank you, on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, make sure you're following us along on there. We will see you next week for episode 42 of our Super Bowl special on Girls Gone Sports Podcast.
Girls, they want to have fun. Oh, girls just want to have